The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And we are underway from FedEx Field. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here's a second-year man from Clemson, Travis Etienne. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Third play here this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. Finding space at the 40. Now he's loose at the 40. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And they'll go again with Etienne. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he will have a Jaguars first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Block it.
A give running right, Etienne. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Here's Lawrence to throw. Screenplay, here's Etienne. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Patterson's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Wentz to throw. And Thomas has it. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So this, the 90th season of Washington football. Of course, here, the first season and first ever regular season game for the Washington Commanders. That name unveiled in a grand reveal back on February 2nd. The franchise opting to keep the burgundy and gold color scheme, adding the striking W logo on each side of the helmet and a single gold stripe running from front to back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Lefty.
A run here for the rookie. It's Brian Robinson. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Robinson will try to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th.
Not only is the slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a 4th down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope. Wentz now on 1st down. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Going right back to Dotson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. That's out wide here for Robinson. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
That's another Washington. 82.
Now Wentz. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Robinson again. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Commanders have moved out in front. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Benjamin St. Juste there on the stop.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Second and 5 now. Lawrence airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 70 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Washington. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
We go! Hey, back up! Hey,
here's Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing is Wentz. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wentz going to throw. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Sly able to put this one through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence looking downfield for Jones. Well, that's the third interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Bobby McCain. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game. That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
They'll run with Gibson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now a play fake. Wentz. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. On play action, it's Wentz. Out left to Dotson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Not to take it for granted, but it was business as usual for Terry McLaurin, up over 1,000 yards for the second straight year. Now he gets to work with Carson Wentz in Washington, and may be the best receiver Wentz has had to throw to in his entire 7-year career. That connection yields a first down with that throw.
From the red zone now, Wentz. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Throwing now is Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Wentz to the sideline on 4th down. Joey Sly is out there now for the Washington field goal. Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another tote for Etienne. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try the left side with Etienne. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Back to the ground with Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 1st down, Wentz. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 3. On play action. Wentz. This pass complete to McLaurin going across the middle. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Wentz finding McLaurin there for the Commanders first. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Throw right side complete to Dotson. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wentz to throw again. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick, and the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. Well, when you draft a guy that high defensively, you hope he can make some plays for you, and he does indeed get the interception there, Charles, in his first NFL ball game.
And to think that if there was any flaw to his game coming out of college, the way that we looked at tape and judged it, it was his pass coverage, defending the pass. But that's just a great instinct right there to snip that one out, be in the right position, and come away with the interception.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence letting one go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Wentz. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to...
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial gain.
Play action. Now Wentz. And it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
He's going to go up top again. And my goodness, another interception. And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. That's Foley Fatukasi into the backfield with ease and making the stick for a loss.
Come on now.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Robinson.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. Able to connect with Dotson. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Jahan Dotson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 24. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with ETN. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week one and one of our early window